Hey y'all, it's Big Papa's Wheelchair Sports Outdoors. Because listen,
if you can breathe, you can hunt.
Welcome and thank you for joining us today here at Big Papa's Wheelchair Sports Outdoors. Let's dive right in. Now, Herman, can you tell us about your background? Like, what inspired you to start hunting?
Well, I grew up in Arkansas, where I hunted with my uncles, and we used to hunt all the time, and I used to just tag along as a child, and it was something that I just really loved doing. You see, so that right there, when I moved back to the city, um, it didn't leave me. It didn't leave me. I guess I was one of those guys to where you can move me out from the country, but you can't move the country from out of me, and that's what we did in the country, of Arkansas.
That's wonderful. Now, I see that you have a YouTube channel, and it's the Big Papa's Wheelchair Sports Outdoors. Now, how did the idea for this channel come about?
Well, being in the wheelchair and being with Wheelchair Olympics, the years that I was with the Olympics, I met a lot of people that was in wheelchairs, and I've seen a lot of people that had good days, and I seen some that would just seem like they were just always down, and for some reason, it was like the words that I was giving them kind of encouraged them. So, when I began to start putting in for wheelchair hunts and begin to get picked, and it just inspired me to try to push that on and try to let people know that if you breathe and you can hunt. So that's my inspiration right there. Just trying to let people know that it's not over just because you sit in a wheelchair. It's not over just because you're an amputee or just whatever. You see, it's not over.
Now, thank you. Now, I think I've seen this before. You hunt from a different type of wheelchair, so to speak, or a device, and I understand it's by Action Track.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, how did you learn about those chairs in particular?
Well, I was inspired about the chair when I was watching a hunting video, and I believe that it was a young man in there that was hunting, and I believe he was turkey hunting, and that's the first time I seen the Action Track chair in use. In fact, that was the first time I ever seen one, and I fell in love with it because hunting over the years in a wheelchair, I can only go so far in the woods. Like if I'm, beagling a rabbit, doing some rabbit hunting, I can only go so far in the woods, and that was it. And I couldn't get in the wood at all when it snows on the ground. But I got the Action Track chair, and I tell you what, I fell in love with it, and this is the reason why I'm going to be showing a lot of hunts to where mostly all of the hunts on that Action wheelchair.
All right. That's great. And I do know that on your channel, I've kind of looked at different things, and I see some awesome videos with you hunting in that chair, that same chair. I think it's remarkable how they created that. I want to ask you this question. Now, what advice would you give to someone with a disability who wants to start hunting but feels apprehensive?
Well, you know what, I tell you what inspires me is when I watch hunt videos. That definitely inspired me, watching hunt videos. And then when I ran across some videos to where they have handicap hunts, and I, take my time and I scout through that video, it's something that I say, well, you know what, I can do that. And when I did it, like I say, getting things like the Action Track chair, making it more easy for us to do it in our condition, that really made me want to really let the people know that, hey, again, which is my slogan, if you can breathe, you can hunt.
That's awesome, man. And you actually just answered the question, but just saying that, you believe that it's important of making hunting accessible to everyone, so there won't be any restrictions or inabilities. Now, I do have another question. Are there any specific tools that you recommend or adaptations that you recommend for disabled hunters to enhance their experience?
Well, I mean, what I would do is I would talk to their doctor. I would have them to talk to their doctor, and first of all, it all depends on what is your disability. What is your disability? I know people that is quadriplegics. You see, that can't use no limbs, but they can breathe. I actually seen a guy that was hunting as a quadriplegic that was hunting using his mouth to release his bow. And that's the reason why I came up with, if you can breathe, you can hunt.
Now, looking ahead, what are your future plans for Big Papa's Wheelchair Sports Outdoors?
Well, you know what? To try to inspire as many people, not only in wheelchairs, not only with the disability, but just period. To try to inspire everyone I can. Young ladies, young men, and another thing too that I got that I want to put together is youth hunt, because there are some also youth that it has disabilities that was either born with them or gained them over the years or what have you. I want now when you feel like you just can't do it, I want this to be the channel that you go to, and it really encourage you.
Thank you. One final question I want to ask you. What message would you like to share with our audience about the importance of including everyone in hunting? How important is it? And just give us some thoughts on that.
Well, it's very important because number one, you have no middleman when you eating. Okay, when you when you go to harvest whatever it is that you harvest it. You know about it. You especially if you are one that can butcher it yourself. And I'm glad that I'm able to butcher my own harvest. Whatever I harvest, I can butcher it. And I believe that's just the best way to go, because you don't have to worry about preservatives. You don't have to worry about steroids. You don't have to worry about any of that stuff that will get inside of you and make you sick. You see, everything is just pure. Everything is just pure. And I love doing it because I have family. I got family and I got friends that probably never even have tasted it. And I tell you what, if I could let people in wheelchairs taste it that never tasted it and they like it, that right there is going to inspire them to go and hunt it.
That's awesome. And it sounds like that basically hunting is just not a sport for you, but it's a way of life.
Oh yes.
Of living.
Mm-hmm.
That is great.
Mm-hmm.
That's definitely something you want to push. Now, where can they find you at on social media? Where is your information at on social media? Are you on Facebook?
Yes, they can find me on Facebook, and definitely YouTube. You'll be able to find me on YouTube, and I also have a Facebook channel, Wheelchair Sports, or I'll put the link on here. But if we can still do it, that's what it is. We can still do it, and I'll put the link up on here on my Facebook channel, and you can log onto there and you can let yourself be known. And hey, maybe we can get together sometime, especially if you're local.
Well, I thank you so much, Mr. McCardell, for taking time out and speaking with us today about the Big Papa's Wheelchair Sports Outdoors program and the channel. I do pray that you have much success with this endeavor and that you get as many followers as life can allow. And everyone, spread the word about the channel. Share it, like it, love it.
Hunt.
Thank you.
Sounds like a military tank.
Okay, now let's look at a few clips of some past hunts. The action track chair in use. Thank you all for tuning in. Listen, like, subscribe, and share. Because remember,
If you can breathe, you can hunt.
stay tuned for those bloopers.
Hey y'all, it's Wheelchair Sports Outdoors.
Dang. It's Big Papa. All right, set.
Hey y'all, it's Wheelchair Big Papa. Oh, listen. Hey y'all, it is Wheelchair Outdoor. It's Wheelchair Sports.
We want to say Big Papa Sports Outdoors.
Okay, that's right.
You can hunt.